How's it going, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be covering the forecast for this upcoming week, which is basically today onwards. We're going to be covering the three main pairs that I trade mostly, which is AU, EU, and GU as well. And in the next few weeks or the next few months, I'm going to be covering more pairs like NU, CAD yen, and dollar yen in the future. So keep a lookout for that. Now, what happened with AU last week was basically a mitigation point, which was this region here, right? This candle basically was the main mitigation point for this bearish move here. Now, it did not exactly mitigate this point over here, but it did mitigate the last two buy candles over there. So that's what AU did last week. Now, if we're looking at this upcoming week, we can see that previously we mitigated this candle here, the last buy candle over here, mitigated it right to the equilibrium, and we're looking at basically shorts for this week. Now, I'm gonna be saying shorts confidently because I am saying shorts under the assumption that it breaks these points over here. Now, if we break this point, it will give us a confirmation that we're looking for more shorts this week, mainly because this is a significant swing point. This point here and this point here. Let me just move my charts a bit. So these 2 points are significant swing points. However, if it does not break this point, then I would not specifically be looking for shorts unless there is a very strong confluence or a very strong suggestion that we're going to be bearish all the way. Then I would be looking for shorts. Now, until then, I'm going to be keeping a lookout for if it breaks this point, which is basically my demand zone, and a very clear chalk area as well. And yeah, if we break that zone, then we're most likely gonna see shorts. However, if we continue to respect this zone, then we're likely to see something like this, right? Obviously, it's not gonna look this clean, but we're likely to see something like this and a mitigation over here of the demand zone that may form. Um, if it does not, however, form a demand zone and it continues to break down, then we might be looking at a short region from here. Or if you want to be more specific, the last buy candle, which is this region here. So for AU at the moment, we are going to be looking for more shorts than buys, because at the moment with the way the market's looking, we may not necessarily respect the zone, but if we do, then we'll be looking for buys. Now on EU specifically, looking at the daily, you can see that the price action is quite fairly similar to how AU was. We're sort of ranging around, we're not moving impulsively or anything in that sense, but on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that there were a couple of demand zones here, right? Demand zone 1, and we had a demand zone 2, which was broken, right? We basically broke these demand zones and we did not respect that area. Now, similar to AU, this is a significant swing point, and this is another significant swing point, and if we do break these points here, then we'll be looking for continuation shorts. However, EU does look fairly bearish now, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at more shorts in the future. Now, we can possibly look for shorts in this region here, right? Because we can see that there is some form of liquidity building up over here, with price just ranging around and creating some sort of a movement. Now you can tell that this isn't necessarily bullish movement as well, because we're not really breaking any significant points of structure, right? We're not breaking this lower high created here. We're creating even more lower highs and lower lows. So we're going to be looking for more shorts. Now, however, if it does not come all the way up here and it does something like this, where it breaks this lower low and creates another lower low, then I would be looking for shorts from this region all the way down. So for EU at the moment, we'll be looking and favoring more shorts. than longs in itself because of how price has been moving. So yeah, let's look at the next pair, which is GU. Now with GU, we can tell on the daily we've been getting extremely clean mitigations. So we had a bearish mitigation here, and mitigation here. So we've been getting really, really clean price action that has been going around for a while. We had another mitigation over here. So basically have been having a lot of clean mitigation points. So even last week we mitigated this region here, and then we basically continued the push all the way down, right? Basically the mitigation had occurred on the 13th of January, and we had continued pushing down. Right, so on the 4 hour, if we look at it closely, or even the 1 hour, right, we had a demand zone here which was respected, right? We want to be looking for this demand zone to be respected, which we did, right? We got a reaction off of it, but we ended up reacting back down. Now this reaction was from this candle here, and we got that reaction here. So on the 20th of January, there was a very clean short swing trade in a sense where you could have basically swung all the way to this swing point here. So you could have taken a short trade all the way down to this swing point here, which is a fairly reasonable target. And yeah, you would have take profit pretty easily with it, considering the impulsive move down. Now, because GU has not respected the demand zone here, the last area I would say I would look for it to respect is this region. But if it does not respect that region as well, then in this case we would be looking for shorts from this region here, mainly because of how it also corresponds with the higher time frame. So on the higher time frame, we might want to mark that whole part up. Break of structure here, so we want to see a mitigation here and a trade down, and basically take a short trade all the way down. So with GU at the moment, we want to be looking for more shorts because two reasons. One, we have reacted to a daily supply zone here. Two, we've broke a demand zone in the hourly time frame, which basically tells us that we're pretty bearish this week. So guys, that will be all for the forecast for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and basically understood what happened in the past week and what's gonna happen as well, as price action has told us. So that will be all. If you guys have any questions, drop a comment or DM me or Chris. That will be all.